area skin a little bit.
Yeah. So, I think this is the first time that Starlight sees the full Mr. X skin that I acquired from someone. I didn't make this. I did make Mihai XO2. I still don't like the XO2. It's a fun aircraft, but it just doesn't feel right. You know? Also, 20mm gun is for bitches. 20mm guns are for bitches. They're really hard to kill people with. So this is how you post stall maneuver. Yeah, you just get really fucking slow when you're drifting down. You just kind of... I do rudder as a personal thing, just so it extends it a tiny bit, and now I get to VTOL hover. That's kind of a shit example, but it's a way to do it.
You can do it for a little while.
Yeah, you can... It's more the concept you should be learning, because you can do a lot with it. You can just straight up do this, which is just
like you can
budget Cobra.
You can hold the stall out a bunch and fall down a little bit.
Yeah, budget Cobra is the one that I usually end up using. Just because budget Cobra is pretty funny. And then you've just got shit like fucking inverted Archangel's Glide, because I actually named these a while back. Or I can just kind of do that. It's kind of like the fucking DCS F-22 Su-57's flat spin kill bullshit, but your plane isn't as good. Because the Su-30 is not the best at it. It's a big plane, it kind of moves heavily in my opinion. It's not an ideal post-stall maneuver plane, but it can 110% do them. That wasn't a great post-stall maneuver. Like, you know it's a good post-stall maneuver when you have that, like... and you have this happening.
Fucks it up again.
I fucked it up a little bit, but you know.
Yeah.
This video is just generally to teach the concept, because all you need to know is the concept after a certain point. Once you have the concept in your brain and in your hands, you can kind of pull it out in whatever situation you need to. Like I pull a I do a straight pull Cobra type of thing. Yeah, it's like a lick. It's literally the lick, but far more difficult and obscure.
Pull out of your ass when you need it.
Yeah. Like, I do a straight Cobra in the video where, like, Jake Kenner complains about me lagging. I pull a straight-up Cobra. I do the VTOL hover. It's not a Cobra by any means, and if somebody says it's Cobra, I will explain the difference or beat them to death. But, like, I do this, but far less exaggerated, and I use it to... Let me try to remember how I did it. So I think he was like up on my 6th and stuff. I do this shit and I pull my nose around way better. Post-stall maneuvers are not a particular thing. It's a concept, because you can definitely.
It's a way of thought.
Yeah, you can definitely do a lot with it, more than the predefined ones I'm doing. I think you can do post. Oh yeah, remember Randy Orton's slithering? That's like a post-stall turn. Or I would just kind of do a little bit of trolling.
Yeah,
and you can Colbit, you can do the Mihai on Champ thing, but you need an Su-47 to do it. Because you need a lot of maneuverability to hold the post-stall maneuver and be able to get a full, like, rotation and everything.
I mean, the 35 can kind of do it, but...
You can get to this position, but it'll take a significant amount of time, and you're probably going to get gunned during that. So I don't recommend trying to 180 on someone. I don't recommend trying to 180 on someone.
I'll bring out a 47 and try to see if I can pull it off.
Oh yeah, I've tested it before. You can also do it just upside down. I tend to throw in rudder in a lot of maneuvers. It's just a force of habit. Which is it's a really good force of habit to use rudder in your maneuvers. It gives you that little extra bit of bullshittery you need to get your nose on. I got this really funny kill where I got my first accusation, pog as the kids would say. And I used like a rudder, like I did this, but at like actual speed. Similar, but just way faster. You just can't. There aren't planes that can do the Colbit that Mihai does on Champ.
Yeah, you can't turn that fucking fast.
Not even with the Su-47, and the Su-47 I just don't like. It's too maneuverable. It makes it very difficult for me to get keyboard guns on anybody. It makes me constantly overturn or just be too slow. And it just doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel genuine. Because I like to give the opponent a fight. I'm very much a Mihai-inspired player. Because, come on, give me something that I can
Give
learn
me
from that will
something
make
memorable.
something that I can
It'll make me
learn from
better.
that will make me better.
We need to stop. We need to stop making the joke at some point.
It's a good concept, though.
It's a good concept, but we need to
Now
just stop
Stardust
fucking
just gets
driving
to
that
see
joke
a
into the
video of
ground.
me doing a bunch of post-stall maneuvers, which, one, just a bunch of good visual aids, and also he just gets to hear us talk for an extended period of
Make
time.
stupid jokes.
Yeah, make
It's just
stupid
kind of
jokes,
us
etc.
rambling.
Yeah. I might bring out the MiG-35 and the MiG-29 to demonstrate, because I despise the MiG-35. It's the
No,
inferior
you mean the
older brother.
SU-35?
No, the MiG-35. The cursed
Why
one.
would you use the MiG? Why would you demonstrate that in the MiG-35?
Just because why not? Just to show that the MiG-29 is equivalent or better for post-stall maneuvers. Post-Stardust maneuvers. Yeah, you can
It's just that
do
for some reason,
Mihai on Champ if I can get to fucking stall such glide speed. You can definitely do Mihai on Champ. It's just
yeah,
very
I'm just kind of a bit of a the
difficult.
Burkett's more of just a the Burkett's more of a plane where you intentionally stall yourself than
The
post stall.
Burkett, in my opinion, is a stunt plane. That's how I
It's
feel about it.
it's less of post stall maneuvers and more of stall maneuvers
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
let's
like
say tough
let
is
me do the
my
Mihai on Champ shit. It's difficult. Even with the SU-47,
it's
which
not like
turns like a squirrel on crack, it's not worth it to do it in a post-stall maneuver form. You can just
yeah it's that even
do
if some
a
it's a
low
typical
throttle turn on him.
yeah
He'll
it's
end
that the
up getting you
Burkett is
around
more of a
faster.
plane that you just kind of whip up and then stall your plane out because typically
Yeah.
opponent will be stupid and zoom right by because they don't know what they're
Yeah,
because they
you'd be
don't
better off
understand
just
the
doing a regular
basic.
turn to Mihai on Champ then. Which, at high speed, you can definitely do Mihai on Champ, which I've done in the MiG-29 at high speed just to do a little bit of trolling. Because, like, if someone's on my 6, I'm going to immediately do a hard turn, and if possible, just delete them in one missile, but not everybody's an idiot.
Sadly it only really works
And
in the new
Stardust now gets to
craft.
see my skin up close. Like, this is what it is. It's Diplomat from Project Wingman. It's got all the proper markings. I revamped it recently. It still has little breaks in the
If you showed
fucking
him the
wing shit.
cursed variant,
They're Diplomat? I don't have Diplomat, you do. You have Diplomat.
I can send you it. I'll send you it.
I hate you.
I'll send you it.
Did I even send you the revised one? Or is it still on the old,
No. What happened was you gave me the original. My saves glitched, so I lost everything. You said you wouldn't give me it again. You gave it to Endog. I had Endog put a Supreme logo on it, and then he gave it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, MiG-29's post-stall maneuvers just feel nice.
I
Butter.
actually almost have an
Okay,
hour
I
on the
fucking
MiG-29.
stalled. We're just gonna ignore that happened.
I'm impressed that I nearly
Game's
actually
fault.
have
Game's
an
fault.
hour on.
Yeah, the MiG-29 is just a very solid aircraft.
But I'm surprised that I actually.
It's a surface aircraft
got
too, so you're less of a target when you're doing a funny post-stall maneuver.
big, yeah. It's just that I like Sukhois because they're big.
Fucking
chunky,
Diplomat.
and- Yeah, do you see the logo?
Yeah, you're awful.
Yeah, I just kind of.
Yeah, also I'm
it's
using a
just,
rudder in
no.
this turn. It's like letting me get my nose around so goddamn much. It's so good. Like, rudder.
Yeah, but a lot of that kind of
Rudder
shit
is something
personal
that I
preference.
just, Also, this is
Maybe
just
Sukhoi is
dumbass
for the
leaf in
most
the
part
wind,
personal
almost doing a
preference.
flat spin in a MiG-29. That's the power of rudder, man. You can just flat spin
I am
your
but a
shit
leaf in
on...
the wind, fed boy.
Yeah, you can just flat spin your shit, basically, or as close as you can get to a flat spin. And then I can whip it around into a post-stall maneuver. Would you look at that? That's beautiful. Not really, I kind of fucked it, but, you know, for stunt purposes, you could just kind of dumbass leaf in the wind / flat spin your fucking aircraft. It's also really good for just kind of losing
I just did a
altitude.
budget Cobra.
Budget Cobra is always good to have.
But, it works, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to
Imagine
try
if
to
this
pull off
video
an
gets
action
leaked in
Cobra.
some capacity at some point in the future, and like Neo community is just looking at it as like, man, why are they spending so long shit talking the Neo community? Fuck you. Like, I just don't like Neo community. They're a
Yeah,
bunch of they're just kind of a bunch of bitches. They're
yeah,
not
because
that
a
they're
lot of
not
them
that
don't really
fun.
seem to. Yeah, most of them don't really
They don't have
appreciate
the
any.
drive. They don't have the drive. They don't. There are skin
Don't make me
makers
do
and
the
stuff
joke.
who are. Shut up. There are skin makers and stuff who can dogfight. I say
It's just that
dogfight in
most
air
of them.
quote. It's more that they just turn for minutes straight in a permanent like trying to two circle. One circle is where it's at. Just all the fucking maneuver bullshit you can pull.
I
I
mean, two
don't like the
circles are kind of fun.
MiG-35, by the way. I just don't like it.
Reject MiG, return to Sukhoi.
Shut up.
Sukhoi makes the superior 35, and you cannot change my.
They do make the Superior 35. Holy fuck, lag enhanced that into another dimension.
Yeah, no, that's one of the good things about lag, because when you do lag, that's how you get people to call you a hacker.
When the game lags, it's time to get your accusations in.
Oh my god, I actually pulled that one.
The MiG-35 can turn, but do I
It's
need that
got worse
turning?
missiles.
It's got worse missiles, and it's generally the inferior brother of the
Unless they
MiG-29.
buffed it to be like the
Unless
actual
that,
one.
even if they did buff it, I still wouldn't want to use it. I love my MiG-29 too much.
You know, I do feel what,
It's
what you
basically
mean,
the
though. It's just the
plane that I
fact,
have reached my final form in. Like
it's
I
just the
went.
fact that, I mean, I do feel what you mean, though, about this thing feeling really nice in the hands when you PSM, because this thing, for as much shit as I give it for turning badly, because I only use Sukhoi, it does actually turn decently well. It's just the fact that it turns like shit if you have a drop tank on.
Yeah, but you always drop off the drop tank, and the drop tank's like 400 pounds tops, dude. You can dogfight with it for a little bit. Like if you still have a
It's
bit of
just that I
fuel.
like It's that I
If you
like mid-maxing my aircraft to turn as fast as I humanly can.
weaponry is equally important, in my opinion. Now this is just turning into a conversation about doctrine. Like weaponry is equally important. Also, I'm gonna fighter United States. I'm gonna show off the F-15C and how absolutely based it is.
I mean, it's based unless you just fucking booms him. There's a guy in our server named I Love Sukhoi. I remember this guy. The one time I
I'm
saw
gonna use
him,
comic.
MiG-35.
Yeah,
Tough. Do you know what's funny about yeah, the one time I saw this guy named I Love Sukhoi, he was flying a MiG-35. What seems off about that?
yeah. He's using the bad MiG-29 too. I'm gonna call MiG-35 MiG-29 too, basically, just
Electric Boogaloo. That is what it is.
COVID. Yeah, basically it's MiG-29 too. I fucked up my mouse sense for a sec there. I pressed
I did
the
a gamer.
sensitivity down button. Yeah. Most stall maneuvers aren't even that useful in combat. They have like their
Yeah,
uses
they're
in a
just
situation.
yeah, they're a bit situational, but they're good to know. Also, they're stylish as fuck. They're not going to get you any.
Yeah.
I unfortunately thought that when I bought him the futuristic
Iota.
exchange for it.
Iota. You tell that story out of context, but I'm perfectly fine with you telling that story out of context. It sounds way funnier when you
Which
say it like
Iota
that.
story?
No, the story about like you buying futuristic for me and you teaching you PSMs. I was gonna teach them to you
I mean,
anyways,
it
but
is
I
true.
vastly prefer
I just.
the story, your version of the story where you basically bribed me to teach you it.
I mean, you did also make
It's
me
in
a
character.
Crimson One
It's in
XO
character
which I've used plenty of
because
hours on.
holy shit, money is the way to my heart. Not in the way that like any average Joe could bribe me to teach them PSMs and advanced tech. They gotta have to drive. They gotta be respectful, and they gotta have all the shit that you have, Stardust.
Okay, and I have to make
This
a
is
joke.
turning into like the end credits, like special thanks and you. Like Stardust, you have potential, and that is why all of this shit is being done. Diamond and I had a conversation about this
Because I
previously,
had.
where we were talking about like, I want a successor or like a squadron of my
We were being
successors.
philosophical.
We are being
Yeah,
philosophical.
we want to have decent pilot. We want there to be at least some decent pilots when we stop playing Neo. So
Yeah,
Tough,
carry
I'm
on the
assuming you know
legacy
what
of
I'm about to
squadron.
do.
Rage and Scream.
No, not Rage and Scream.
Oh.
That's not what I'm in. I'm in an X.
Oh, predictable.
No, not I don't have the skin on. Drive, 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 drive.
I'll kill you.
I had to make a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, the F-15C is incredibly solid. If somebody says the J is better, it is. But does it matter? No. Because the
Because, I mean,
F-15C
the
is the
F-15J is just kind of a
classic.
it's kind of a
F-15J
it's
is
just
a
kind of a
crutch.
for
It
people.
shows that you're not man
It's
enough
just
to
kind of a
handle
crutch.
American missiles. Because
It just
American
kind of
missiles may have
yeah,
worse tracking, but they still perform phenomenally. The
and
Americans
also
have better...
AMRAAMs don't give a shit about flares.
Yeah, AMRAAMs are better long-range missiles than adders. If anybody tries to tell you different, they're wrong. But adders do the same thing in most practice. I speak English. AMRAAM is
I should
just
really
better
try
at
using
long-range
3.9 a little
killing
more.
people. Adder is also
I should
good
try to
at
get a little
long-range
bit of
killing people,
MiG
just a
gameplay.
bit less range. Yeah, oh yeah, the Meteor.
Do you recommend I carry run fuel tank or like more
I don't know. Like, the way I run my
on the
MiG-29 is just
MiG-29?
the centerline drop tank and then just all air to
Yeah,
air.
because it's just that in my case, I like not. I mean,
You can carry
fast,
extra
but
fuel. It's perfectly acceptable.
you know,
You don't need
you can,
those
yeah, no,
extra
you can
air-to-air
carry
missiles if
3.
you want them. Like, if you just
Yeah,
want a
but adders are
longer...
nice to have. Adders
If
are
you're
good.
here for a long time, you're still gonna have a good time. If you're in for a long time, you just bring the extra fuel. It doubles your fuel capacity. The fuel tanks aren't even that
Yeah,
heavy,
but
so you can still dogfight with them on. You don't need to pop them off the second you merge.
are you gonna pull the humor? You see
I
what
have
I'm in?
been pulling the humor.
Schmamp.
I'm in the comic skin right now. I'm not gonna get to Mihai. I don't even like the SU-30 that much. It's just alright.
Oh fuck.
It's like MiG-29 versus MiG-35, but the MiG-35 is straight up better.
I accidentally turned off my engine.
Happens to the best of us. I've deadass had that happen. Stardust sent me a clip where he accidentally turned off his engine mid-missile
He accidentally turned off his
evasion.
engine and still won the fight. Absolute
Yeah, because the
lad.
guy was a retard.
Chad move right there.
Chad move. Killing some...
That's most
I have like a
neopilots.
really old clip of me just killing a guy when I'm out of fuel with my gun, I think. Maybe it was a missile. It could have been gun, considering me. That's how they're gonna say it in the lore video on me.
Fuck that shit.
Imagine in post, after like Neo's all said, someone makes a history video and then they just find all of shitpost squadron and they're like, bro, these dudes were innovating. Where was the combat scene when shitpost squadron was pulling up? Well, it was with the fucking Diamond League with TX. Yeah, I'm the one innovating, but I'm the one teaching.
I mean, I do really want to have just me and you pull up in the Diamond League and just curb stomp because they were like, oh, why did you release this in a single advertisement? There's going to be a bunch of ACRP aces who stomp everybody.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, ACRP aces are more based on time. Because you're just gonna...
Because, I mean, like, that's how all the people with really high amounts of kills have been playing.
Golden has been since, like, fucking first. Shit.
Golden's been around since, like, round 1 or 2, so he's got the most kills. Siphon's, I think, next up. And, I mean, he's been playing long enough that he's been first year. You know, it's more, it's less, I mean, sure, there are some people who manage to get shit tons of kills
Slept
really
on
fast.
plane.
Like, Wyoming managed to get 5 kills during one engagement today, but...
Yeah, but that's because BF-109s versus Corsairs. BF-109s versus Corsairs. I haven't fought Wyoming personally, so I can't judge. Oh. Wait, Wyoming was the one in the Wildcat? Wasn't he the guy who got, like, all the way to GN Darren and went on a spree?
Yeah, no, he apparently got ace in a day.
That's sick.
Even though he already had ace.
Yeah,
he managed to get 5 kills in a single engagement.
F-18C.
Of the 8 BF-109s that apparently the Ocean's apparently downed.
Yeah, F-18C is an incredibly slept-on plane because it lives in the shadow of Super Hornet, but don't let them tell you any different. This plane is absolutely based. Super horny, as Zick says it, because of his accent. You're awful, Murray. You invite me on your show just to make fun of me.
He calls it the super horny when it's a 2-seater.
True. The F-18D.
Because insert joke about Project Wingman.
Project Wingman's pretty comedy.
Oh god, I ran out of fucking...
See, the thing is, why want Wizzo waifu when you can have Wingman waifu?
He's got a point, you know.
I do have a point. That's the worst part. I legitimately do have a point.
No, it's like...
This is also the Mobius 1 loadout from Blockade. I use it every time I use the F-18C. Because it's just really good. It's a very good loadout. You get a lot of extra fuel.
Yeah, I mean, the F-18's a solid aircraft.
You get 6 AIM-9Xs.
American planes.
Oh yeah, American planes and the people who use them do deserve to be made fun of a little. But they're all good at the end of the day.
I just like making fun of them.
Yeah,
I
the
mean, like,
Russian planes have
are
Russian
good.
bias, but the
the
American
F-16
planes,
is great.
the American planes have
They were.
versatility. What can I say? They're good
They're
at
a
what
bit
they
more
do.
versatile. Because the only real Russian planes that are that doing a lot.
I assume we're dogfighting. Just demonstration purposes.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Sure.
It's a demonstrate. It's a MiG-29 on MiG. Man.
On F8. Did I
Ow.
kill you with the fuel
Did you just
tank?
kill? Yes. I died to the fuel tank because I
That
tried
was
to
a zip code
DSM to
away.
be-
Yeah, word of advice.
Yep.
Drop tanks kill
Yep.
people better than air-to-air missiles. It's fucking absurd.
Drop tanks end lives.
They do. I'm looking at somebody shaming a
I mean,
Hololive carrier
that's why,
user
like,
in fucking hashtag Neo. Hashtag Neo. They're like,
that's pretty typical.
if they
Fun fact,
shame
there are
a
literally
Hololive
3
carrier
people
user, I'm a little bit disappointed because they're the same people who put paneling on F-18s and think that's socially acceptable.
Well, they put paneling on anything, which is not social.
Please evade that
I thought we
diamond.
were gonna merge.
Oh,
I thought we were gonna merge.
you can merge. Okay, we can call that merge. I don't know. The way I do shit is just like, think of it as a random engagement. Shit's just gonna happen,
A random
dude.
chimp event.
A literal random chimp event. Jesus.
Random chimp event. Haha, you've been selected for random chimp event. You are dead now.
Oh yeah, post-all maneuver gunshots are fucking bussin'.
They're BM is what they are.
Yeah, and so is that. That's great. That's the thing. A missile can kill you after death. It's pretty funny, and it's always a good time.
Yeah.
You know what's
also kinda
underrated?
funny.
People in Neo who are good sports. Looking at
I mean,
you,
don't get me wrong.
Jack. Like, if I die,
Like, here's the thing.
I
There
try
are
to be a
3
good
kinds
sport.
of people after they die.
It's always
There are
3
the
kinds.
people who- It's
There are
I'm
3
sorry.
kinds of
Sorry,
aces.
because-
It's always 3 times. It's always 3 kinds, Diamond. This is
always-
just agreed upon.
Yeah, I mean, like you've got like there's the people who there are the people who are at least somewhat respectful when they lose, like they'll say GG or they'll like point out something that they did wrong that led to it. For instance, when I
That's
get
always
shot
a
down by
nice thing
Stardust,
to do. That's a nice thing
during
to
the
do.
couple times when Stardust killed me, I pointed out the fact that I did something stupid and shouldn't have.
Most deaths on my part are from something stupid. They put a lot of detail in this pylon.
Yeah, usually
yeah.
my deaths are from either zoom
Deaths
booms
are
or
mistakes.
crashing into
Deaths
things.
are usually from just a culmination of mistakes. Are you spawned?
Yeah. No, I'm
Alright,
not.
cool. No, I'm not.
You mind? I'm using a plane that I have not even an hour.
I don't use the legacy horn a lot. I probably have an hour or 2 on it, tops.
I don't use the MiG. I probably day will have had an hour.
I have like 2 days cumulative on the MiG-29. It's disappointing.
You have like 50 something hours.
I have 50
I mean,
something
it's a
hours
good
on it.
aircraft. It's just
Well,
the
it's
fact
mainly
that
because
that
every time I
like being a little
sortie
bit
with you
broad.
guys, I'm using the MiG-29. That's like a 2-hour session of pure flying.
And we do that a lot.
And we do that a lot. It's like almost every day.
Well, I mean, sometimes we also have humor. Okay, are we merging?
Yeah, we're merging. And even if you fired a missile at me right now, I can just air brake, pull that shit. Okay, I fucked up the high G turn, but you get the point. Just gonna really hard air brake, rudder. Now I'm on Diamond, Fox 3. Isn't that fun?
No.
Not for Diamond, it's fun for me. Because now I get to actually try to
for
call.
you, it's like
yeah,
you're...
I'm pitching down, which, see Stardust, that's a really good thing to do. Don't be afraid to pitch down, because now I'm just permanently sticking on Diamond 6, and now I'm reversing that turn. Because I think he tried to funny on me. That will not track. You are literally behind me. This will kill us both, by the way.
I got
okay,
nailed.
I thought it would.
No, I flew into the missile. I didn't get a warning.
Oh, yeah. I have a clip of me doing that with Dominator, me flying into the missile.
Yeah, no, that was
I pointed
hilarious.
out in the
Yes,
clip.
I
It
remember
was hilarious. See, people
So
need to learn to
perfect
be
at the
better
time.
sports, because when shit like that happens to me, it's honestly pretty funny. It's also just
I
a
mean,
good
in my case, I
mindset
find
to
it
take things
annoying.
less seriously.
It's
It is
I mean, it's
annoying,
annoying.
but with Dominator, I don't mind,
I mean,
because
'cause
he's
it's-
one of the dudes. If I get Neo'd in a public server, I'm a little bit more annoyed, but if it's with the dudes, it's all good fun.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm in like if I'm in a public server, I don't. I mean, if I'm like playing with y'all, I don't really care much. It's just kind of a slight annoyance because I died to something out of my control. rather than like actually being outturned or outskilled, doing something.
Or
that I
out
didn't
missile
expect.
janked. Out missile janked is the majority of kills in Neo. Because it's all about making sure that
Yeah,
they
I like
can't react to that
Apquiz.
missile or just having it be a really good missile shot.
It's also just
Because
called using
honestly,
Apquiz because people fly into it.
Apquiz is retarded.
Can you get on the data code, please? Because I'm in a plane in which I can't see. This is
Oh,
either going to be a or a really short.
oh,
Maybe.
you're in the Lancet.
Also, by the way, Mr. I Love Sukhoi is seeing the error of his ways. He is in a he is in an Su-30.
Okay, we're gonna merge. Correct. Please merge. I don't want to be head-on by guns. You're awful, Murray.
That's the thing. When I'm in a plane with good guns, I don't like merging. I like doing that.
That's kind of me in the MiG-29.
Never
Because with the Russian planes, the
expect
30mm cannons are really good. Oh yeah, never expect a fair merge. They're just gonna shoot at
Yeah,
you.
never expect a fair merge. Yeah, no. Fun fact, I just took my hand off the mouse, so I'm currently literally only using keyboard. My hand's not even on the mouse.
If I were to use hands on keyboard only, I would use 9 camera, since that's like the base combat camera. But the thing is, I have like no situational awareness with it. I can't like pan my camera around.
Yeah, which is what I typically wind up doing in a lot of engagement. No, what's unfortunate is that the Lancet can't really post.
It's not a bad camera mode, just that I don't have situational awareness at all because of it.
I mean, here's one thing to keep in mind, Tough. At least I'm not using a Crusader, because this fight would never end if I was. Because you outturned me, like by a long fucking long shot.
By a big fuck.
And my fucking why did I keep opening up the fucking? Can I just?
I love losing visual.
Thank you, flares, for only working when I use you 3.
It's always 3.
No, I had to pop flares 3 times in order to get that to work.
Yeah, exactly. It's always 3.
No more, no less. Sometimes it's less. Usually it's.
I have like.
I like
no
how half of the time
here.
we're saying like really off-topic, like philosophical bullshit, and the other half of the time we're just fucking
shit posting a little bit.
random. We're just saying random bullshit.
Honestly, that's what Neo is about. Random bullshit, baby. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. You know what I'm gonna do, Diamond.
Oh no.
You're looking like a Blackhawk right now, my dude.
Oh god! You almost got fear!
Fear, dread
This
even.
is my no-no square!
Hey, no, don't touch me there. That's my no-no square.
This is my no-no square. Thank you, flares, for only working when I pop you.
Only you say? Don't try to stall kill me. This is not ACD.
No, my plane just fucking stalled out.
It just stalled normally.
Plane just stalled out.
It was not a.
No, I just
it was not
stalled
an
out.
intentional stall. It was just stall.
It was not an intentional stall. If I had air brakes, it would have been an intentional stall. But I can't really post stall with this thing because I have no air brakes.
It kind of stalls anyways. Crusader can, but you won't be alive long enough for it to post stall because there's no fuel. I just ejected upside down. What a Chad. What a lad. My voice cracked.
Ejected upwards.
I ejected downwards. Called that the Starfighter special.
Are you in an F-104?
I can be in an F-104.
Please no.
I've never used it.
I'm bringing out a humorous missile.
What is the humorous plane?
It's a plane which you never see anybody in their right mind.
This is just a podcast now.
Frankly.
This is a podcast now.
We should do that. Just
the Neo
in
podcast.
the funny aircraft.
I'm gonna use the IKEA plane. You know the one.
Ah. Yes.
The shitty IKEA plane. Like the shitty IKEA plane.
No, here's the real question. Can you bring down an aircraft with Cheetle missiles?
If you hit them directly. Anything in Neo can kill an airplane if you hit it directly. It's just a matter of how hard it is to hit it directly.
This thing just has no fucking air brakes.
What is it? Is it the F-104?
No, it has guns.
Oh, it's the Mirage 2000. Oh yeah, the Mirage 2000 is good. I like it.
I just don't like it because it has no air brakes. I like air brakes.
It's
so
incredibly stable and kind of a good boom zoomer, which is a
Yeah,
bad thing
but
to say.
do I like doing that?
No, you do not. Every
And
turn
a
is
second, let me
reversible,
get
just
rid of
kind
this
of
thing.
rudder,
Oh fuck!
roll
fuck.
around. Yeah.
I died in
Holy
the fuel
fuck! Do you
tank.
see the amount of dispersion between the gun?
No,
They're
I
like
died in the
they're
fucking
so
fuel
far
tank.
apart.
I
The
killed
guns are so
myself
far
in the fuel
apart on the
tank.
Draken.
Yeah,
Like, come on, man.
I
Come
died
on,
to the
man.
fuel tank. Classic.
My goal is to hit you with a bullpup. Unironically.
I've got a very good. Oh, I've got a very good goal.
Oh yeah, rocket pods can kill people. Unguided ones.
They're
They're actually really good
okay,
for killing people. If you're gonna close them or just
they're
spray rocket pods, they can't call it missile spam. It's They can call it missile spam, and it's kind of a dick move, but it's really funny.
They can and will call it.
If it's app quiz, it's not acceptable. If
If it's
I know
unguided,
what
then
it
they're
is.
just
I know what you're bringing out. The funny Lancin. The Lancin are gonna abuse an
Yeah.
ACRP. Imagine, we should try to get a rocket pod kill an ACRP. Deadass.
for peak BM.
Just to be BM, honestly.
Yeah, unpopular opinion. I
will
kind
not.
of hate the turn rate of this thing.
It gets really shitty at low speed. It's really bad turning at low speed, which is what every fight will devolve into eventually.
Yeah, but I like it when that happens. It's fun.
Oh, I like it when it happens,
Oh
but
god, those guns.
yeah, it's 30 mils. Oh, you're stalling.
Afterburner, no, turn on. My afterburners didn't fucking trigger. If my afterburners had gone on,
I
probably
tried to
could've gotten
hit
around
you
face
with
you.
the bullpup. Like the unguided air-to-ground missile on the Draken.
That's fucking cringe.
It is cringe.
Okay, I'm trying to think. What's a really funny thing I could bring out?
I want to bring out...
What is a humor?
Oh, I would... Wait, I was
Okay.
gonna bring out the frog foot. I'll bring out SU-27 or something with rocket pods.
No, I've got an idea.
Oh no. What is it?
It's an idea.
You're awful.
And it's a good one.
I don't
And
trust
it's
you.
really fucking funny.
What is it? What's
Hint,
the idea?
it's Sukhoi.
Is it the frog foot?
No, it's not the Frogfoot.
Ah.
It's the plane that I actually use. By the way, Sukhoi is in a Tupolev 95 and appears to be probably moving in to bomb that Kayo Duil. I think it's an ironclad.
So it's the
Italian one.
SU-35, I'm guessing. Or is it
Yep.
the SU-27? Alright.
No, it's the SU-35.
Alright, I'll just use my gesture
Doesn't really
skin.
matter. The only reason.
Not the gesture skin, the
Sweet.
shitpost squadron skin.
Also, the paint region is cool. I like the paint regions.
Yeah, the paint job's nice. Deadass.
Yeah, the paint job looks. Yeah, no, this is the one that Endog did. I've got the Amerian one.
Oh, an American.
But I didn't equip that one. No, I just made all the colors darker because Endog always talks about how American aircraft have that dark gray.
Alright, let me take off.
We're gonna have a rocket pod. Are you trying to have a rocket?
Yes. Yes, I am. Deadass.
Do you know what I'm using on my SE-35?
Is it all adders or is it like Fab 500s?
It's a little bit of this.
I'm using that as well, Diamond. I can't. I instinctively flared your unguided rockets. The thing is, this would actually be really good at killing people. This would actually be really good. Yeah. But the thing is, this would unironically be actually good at killing people. That's the worst part.
I mean, it'd be great against bombers.
Yeah, that's what the ME-262 did.
We're gonna have a rocket pod only fight.
Yeah, let me pop off my other shit. For maximum turning in the rocket pod fight.
And let me quickly drop all
I
my
would
shit
be
to the
down
ground.
to do a rocket
Hopefully
pod only
nothing's tracking
challenge.
you. Oh
That
god,
is
it's
tracking.
all tracking! It's all tracking! I was flying straight at the ground and it all chased me.
That's Russian missiles. Please
Yeah, it's just
merge.
rocket pods.
Please do.
Yeah, I'm gonna merge. I'm not an asshole.
We kind of are.
At least that much of one. I thought we were having a rocket pod fight.
Rocket pod and gun, because we're eventually gonna run out of rocket
just
pods.
Rocket,
Just
no, when
rocket
you
pod,
run
just
out of
Monica. Just a Monica.
Oh god.
terror,
Just
fear even.
hey, Monica.
Hey,
Why did
hey,
I flare?
Monica.
Why did
Because
I flare that?
because fear from the rocket pod noise, dude.
The
One of us is
was
gonna
PTSD.
eventually fall into the rabbit hole of War Thunder, hear the rocket pod sound, and immediately press Q.
Oh god. Holy fuck.
Are you both stall maneuvering to get a rocket pod kill?
That was a bad move.
I gotta split this
I
into
should have.
multiple videos, or just have one long video for Stardust to watch. Just uninterrupted tough block ninja bean and fucking idiot gameplay.
Okay, I need to
Cause I'm
go
a
to
really
bed.
okay, cool. I'm a really good
Because
pilot,
I
but
have
I'm
camp
also
in
a
the because
fucking
I
idiot.
have to wake
Cool,
up in like 7.5 hours because I've got music
cool.
camp in the morning.
Time to end
Yeah,
the
so I'll probably
recording.
talk to you later.
I gotta send this to Stardust. Just peak retard.